guys, welcome back to my channel. Monica here. So today is a video all about things that have personally helped me healing from PPPD. I have gotten so many questions lately just about like, how did you get from here to there? And I'm still in the process of healing. So I just wanted to share with you the top 10 things that have helped me in my journey. So I'm just gonna hop right into it. Like this video, subscribe if you wanna hear more about my journey and other things. As far as my life goes, they'll just be random videos with my husband or my family. I don't know, worship stuff. Yeah, so if you find me interesting, subscribe and join the New Life Sparrow family. And all right, we're just gonna hop into it. 10 things that help PPPD. First of all, I am not a doctor. I don't claim to be a know-it-all, but I do know that these certain things have helped me, and there are certain things on this list that I'm also working on. So I'm not perfect at doing all these things all the time, but I do know that they help and they have benefits. Okay, number one, therapy. Now, when I say therapy, I'm talking about specifically vestibular therapy. When I first got diagnosed last June, vestibular therapy was the #1 treatment along with cognitive therapy. And then for those that don't respond super well, or 100%, because you will improve with vestibular therapy. I have to say that you will improve, but sometimes I'm finding some people need a little extra help. And so when I went to Mayo Clinic and I was diagnosed there in Rochester, Minnesota, they said, they did push meds on me, but they said, if it's been months or whatever and you're not fully healed or better, then I would consider taking an SSRI. I currently just now am on day 3 of trying another SSRI just because I'm just a little bit more sensitive to medicines. But that's kind of the first step to healing this. And so some of you also know that I currently go to an OT as well, but she helps with my vision therapy. And also I went to a speech therapist for a little bit. Now let me explain this. First of all, I graduated from vestibular therapy. My system shows that I no longer have a vestibular issue, even though I may have balance issues still and sway stuff going on. My vestibular system's okay. It is a matter of my eyes. Now this is where I am at currently. So my eyes are still not focusing and doing what they're supposed to be doing, okay? I had to go to speech therapy for a while because my level of brain fog was insane. And so I had a hard time finding words. I couldn't make complete sentences. And so that was kind of for brain health, basically. And then I went to a therapist for cognitive and behavioral health. After I went to Canada for the DNRS, I kind of felt like I had a pretty good grasp of all of that in that area, and I was happy to eliminate some of my therapists. I loved all of them and everything. It's just, it was too much for me, and I felt like I had the tools and the keys to go forward. So the only therapist I currently see is my OT, but she is super important because she works on my eye function and everything like that, and gives me my eye exercises and things like that. Number 2, the rest of these should be pretty quick. Essential oils. Oh my Lord. Okay, so when I first got sick, I was extremely nauseated 24/7, no joke. Like, I was so sick because my whole system was crashing basically. And so to help with nausea, now I have specific brands here, but I love all essential oils. I don't want any comments on certain oils, so maybe I won't even show you what they are. I'll just tell you the kinds that I use. That's what I'll do to keep myself safe. So anyways, what helps me with nausea is ginger and peppermint. And it's funny because before I even got sick, somebody from my church told me about this because I always had a lot of motion sensitivity when it came to flying. And so I really didn't enjoy flying because I could feel every little thing. I would never get sick on a plane, but it just wasn't a pleasant experience for me. So anyway, she told me, she's like, use ginger and peppermint. So for those of you flying, I'll give you a key tip as where to put it is first you take the ginger, you put a dab like right above your belly button and then at the bottom of your feet, like the soles of your feet. And then once you rub that in, take peppermint oil and put that right over the ginger so it will just go into your system more. I'm not an oil expert, but I know it works for me and I use it every time I fly and it helps tremendously. Now recently with taking the new SSRI, I'm having one side effect and that is nausea. And so once again today I use this stuff and I'm feeling much better now. I don't use that on the daily, but that is definitely a go-to for me. The oil I use on a daily basis, and I have a big jar of it right here, which most of them come in these smaller jars like this. But I have a big one by my bedside, lavender oil. This is my go-to all day long oil. And a lot of times what I will do is I will just take a drop, put it into the palm of my hand, rub my hands together, and I'll literally just inhale a few deep breaths. A lot of times, say if I'm going into a store or something or I'm starting to feel overstimmed, that is what I would do. And so lavender, it directly goes into your brain and it releases a calming effect to your body. Scientifically, I don't know how to explain how that all works. All I know is it does help. Okay, and that goes along with the number 2 thing, deep breathing. Learn how to breathe properly so you don't get into a hyperventilated, is that a word? Hyperventilated state? I don't know. Anyways, moving right along. Number 3 for me is prayer. I pray every day. I have conversations with the Lord and meditation. And the program that I went to in Canada, the DNRS, they talked about meditation and honestly, it's just getting to a place of thankfulness and gratefulness and not being so stuck in our minds all the time. Like, I hate this, I feel like crap and blah, 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 blah. That people with chronic illness can easily do because obviously I understand, I've been there. I do that still some days. I try not to, but I'm working on it. So I go to the Lord for a lot of things and I ask for direction for the day. Honestly, this morning when I wasn't feeling very well, I don't beg God for things because first of all, I have to say this as well. God did not make us sick, okay? God is not the one that does that to us. He doesn't. He's a good God. And so if anything, I'm just like, God, help. Just help me feel better. And I know he hears me and I am feeling way better. Like, I'm out of bed today. So take that as you wish. So number 4, okay, I have to say though, none of these are in a particular order. I just started jotting things down and came up with my top 10 things. Number 4, do things that you love. What I love, I am a worship leader and I love leading people into the presence of God. Like, that is what I'm called to do. That is my purpose on this earth, other than, you know, raising my family and being a good wife and mom. It's everything. Like, I can't even put into words how much I love that. And that is one thing, even when I was super sick and my world was spinning and I was super sick and I couldn't see straight, I still went to church every Sunday and I worshiped with my church family. And, you know, because like I said just a moment ago, God didn't make me sick. So I'm not gonna sit at home and mope and not go to church and not be around people because he ultimately is the only one who can help me. So do things you love. Other than that, I love decorating. I love rearranging furniture. Weird for some people, maybe, but I love it. I'm kind of artsy, so I love stuff like that. Number 5 is massage. If you can get professional massages, go for it, but I do understand that it gets expensive. Unless you have an amazing husband like I have. I literally just got this in the mail today. I'll tell you what it is in a second. It's a kind of massager. And years ago, my brother told me about this massager on Amazon. It's about 120, 125 bucks. And ours is just now starting to die. Like, it won't last very long, but we've had it for like 2 or 3 years, my other one. And it got used, I'm not even joking, almost every night, because that's how amazing my husband is, okay? And so my new one just came in the mail today. I don't know, let me see if I can get it to focus. There we go. It's called the Pure Wave, and it's a cordless massager, and it has all these different attachments. And this thing is amazing. One of my things that I deal with on the daily is neck and shoulder pain due to not realizing that I may be stressed or tensed. And so I'm not even joking, I thank the Lord for such an incredible husband. I'm not even just saying that to be like brag on him or anything, but like God gave me a good one, because he literally rubs my shoulders with this every single day. Every single day. When he's out of town for work, obviously he doesn't, but because it really helps wind me down for the night. And I've been sleeping so good, and so I'm so thankful for him. I'll stop raving about him. But so if you can't afford to go get professional massages, I highly suggest looking into this one. Honestly, we got a cheaper one a while ago, and it is not as good. You do kind of get what you pay for, okay? So I highly recommend this one. I will try to remember to link it down below if you are interested in it. All right, number 6. Now this is a touchy subject, but like I said, this is my story, my journey, is medication. I have been on a benzo for quite a while now, but that is honestly the only thing that helped me come back into reality, okay? So I am not against medicine. Do I want to be on medication forever? Absolutely not. This is temporary. It's to help make me stronger again. And just like with taking the SSRI that I just started, that is not just because of anxiety or depression or whatever, but it actually is going to help the neurotransmitters in my brain start functioning and working properly again, because ultimately triple PD is a brain injury, and so my brain needs a little bit of help. So in between prayer, meditation, my DNRS rounds, and medication, I feel I'm well on my way, okay? Number 7 is expose yourself to the world around you. Now, at the beginning when I hate saying that all the time, when I first got sick, I wish I could use a code word there. But anyways, it was hard to do anything, okay? But now that I'm I believe in the end stages of this, every day I have to, DNRS explained this too as incremental training. You need to expose yourselves little bits every day, because your brain needs to remember, oh yeah, this is what's normal again, okay? I don't wanna get too much into the details of that, but seriously, you need to expose yourself. You have to get out of the house. You have to do little things as you can, okay? But then that brings me into number 8, give yourself grace to rest. If you need a day to chill out, it's okay. I had one not that long ago, and it did me a lot of good, okay? The problem is if you stay in that bed for more than a day, because that will just lead to depressed state and hopelessness, and that we can't be in that state when we're trying to heal, okay? Number 9, reduce stress in your life. For me, my life isn't super stressful, which is funny saying that because I have teenagers. But I feel I have the advantage here a little bit because I don't work outside the home. My kids are older, they're teens, and I was able to talk to them and say, hey, mom really needs a more chill environment, and I need your guys' help more on the daily with just certain things. Are they awesome at it all the time? No. There's still days where I like want to rip my hair out and be like, what are you thinking? You know, they're boys, they're teenage boys, but overall they've done really well at just helping, keeping stress at a minimum as much as possible. To be real too, you know, some of you may have family members that are probably not the best for you to be around right now. Now, let me say this in a better way, hopefully. I'm not saying cut off your family members in this or that, but if you've got a negative Nancy that is around you all the time, for your sake, this is a time where you can be selfish. You need to have a conversation or write that person a letter and say, hey, I'm really trying to heal my body right now, and stress does make us worse. It makes us more sick, and so you have to learn to live in peace, and you've got to have some conversations with some people and say, hey, I can't do this right now. You know, I want to be a part of your life and do this stuff, but I need you to be encouraging and be a more positive person. So good luck with that, but it is important, okay? And then number 10. 10 is the number one thing that should be number 1 on my list because it's something I need to work on, but that is diet and exercise. And first of all, I have to say, I do drink way more water than I ever used to, which is a good thing. You gotta increase your water intake because obviously water is good for you. Exercise, I've never really exercised. And so the thought of going to gym or a gym is just kind of, it's not my thing. Kudos to everyone who can, but I just like, it's just never been my thing. I would feel so awkward, but it's getting nicer out, so I am trying to force myself to go out on walks. The vitamin D is very good for me. So I'm working on that, okay? I'm working on it. If my sister's watching this, she'll totally get it. But anyways, and then diet. My OT is working with me to make some better choices. Have I been great at it? No. When she asked me at OT last time, how have I been doing? I was honest. I didn't lie to her. I said, I am so. I'm not doing super great, but I'm trying. I'm actually being more mindful. So right now, we're just trying to get me more mindful of things. Watch my sugar intake especially. And then also kind of cut the carbs down and more healthy fats. So, but like I said, this is my whole story. I just wanted to give you 10 quick tips to hopefully help some of you that have been stuck and you don't know what else to do. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 of these things will really help you out. So I hope you were encouraged by this video. I can't remember if I said it at the beginning of the video, but like this video if it was helpful. Share it with people if they need some help, because this isn't just for triple PD. I mean, this could be for anybody else suffering with a chronic illness that needs just some tools or tips to kind of help them throughout their days. So yeah, and subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, I think that's it. I am gonna go to the store and I'm going to do excellent. So I will see all you guys later. Bye.